Oh yeah, what's up? Live over here. Rideshare Hacker coming at you. All right, in this video, we are going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about the Uber strike, the Uber IPO, and then the next step for drivers. Okay, what's your next step? So I'm Nick, the Rideshare Hacker. In my videos, I try to give you the best tips, the best experiences that I have, everything that I know to help you make more money, to help you make a better decision. I love collaborating on here. What I found since I started the channel is that I do like hearing from other drivers. I really do. I like hearing their experiences, what they're finding in the app, in the city. I drive in Boston, Massachusetts. I like to hear from the other drivers, hearing what's going on in their area. And that's one of the best parts of one of the best things I've done that has happened to me since I started the channel. I definitely felt a sense of belonging and a sense of community for doing this. And I hope that my numbers that I share with you all the time really help you make a decision, let you see what other drivers are making, so you can compare to what you're making and see if maybe you're not utilizing your time right. Let's say if you drive 40 to 60 hours a week, there's plenty of people on here that actually do that. But in the video, we're going to talk about the Uber strike, the IPO, and then, eventually what's your next step. And the Uber strike has done exactly what I thought it would do. I mean, this is the first day since the strike. It did get national headlines, which is really awesome. I think that's it's a big deal that they saw that. But of course, these headlines, these newscasters, the other reason that Uber is getting a lot of attention is because of their IPO, right? So they're having this IPO. Their stock's they're supposed to price it today. They're supposed to release it to the market tomorrow. For some of you that don't know what that means, so the IPO hasn't happened yet, and it's gonna be on the market tomorrow, and they're gonna be expected to be between 45. The initial price is gonna be between $45 and $50. There was an article I was reading today that was talking about it, and I do have experience with investing in stocks, and I did make an earlier video talking about the LYFT IPO and how I would stay back from buying it right away and wait and see what the market does. It's always the most important part. So when the IPO came out, that means they go public, right? It's the initial public offering. But when the shares were private, everybody that owns a private share is gonna pretty much get a bonus when the stock goes public. So investors and the people in the company, of course, they want to make the stock as high as possible. So they could have been doing things to manipulate the price. I don't know what's going on. I know that there's somebody suing. There's an investor that's actually suing LYFT for the decline in price. I mean, it went from 72, it jumped up to 84, and then it even hit as low as $52 the other day, yesterday. And from its starting point, that's $20. That's like 30% drop. That's a 30% drop right there. So in my other videos, what I was saying is that I would stay away from the stock until it kind of flattens out, kind of figures out, the market figures out what it wants with it. And even look at Uber now. So now Uber is going to price theirs in the $50 range, $45 to $52 or $45 to $55. It's going to be in the $50 range. You can quote me on that. I bet you tomorrow or today when they set the price, it's going to be there. I don't even know if they said it yet. That's just my guess because they were saying they were lowering the price compared to what LYFT was doing. And then so after the strike, so some people were like interested in the strike because they thought it would, give them a good IPO price for the stock. And that was only the real benefit that I saw from the strike. That somebody who said, I was like, oh, that's interesting. An interesting way for the public, for the drivers to help manipulate the price of the stock. I don't have my microphone plugged in. I meant to have it plugged in. And I just don't think that that's going to do anything. And I didn't think it was going to do anything, and it's not doing anything. So I don't know. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what you think. Oh, there's a lag. Sorry, I'm just looking at my... What's up, Basilio? Bob, hey, what's up, man? Appreciate you, buddy. So the strike's not going to do anything. I hope everybody understands that it's not going to do anything. I know there's some drivers out there that really they're more focused on the fact that it's not fair. And it's not fair what Uber is getting. A lot of times they are getting into the 30, 40% range. I've even had fares where they take 50%, but that's usually on the low range. In Boston, if you drive a 50 to 60 hour week, which is full time, you'll make about $2,000. I don't care which way you go, whether you go XL or whether you go Uber X. You know what I mean? Like if you do premium rides or you do regular rides, it's all going to be the same. You're probably going to make the same amount of money. About $1,800 to $2,000 a week is what I'm seeing in the premium modes, and also what you'll see as full-time in the X mode. So with that being said, like the strike is all about getting a minimum of 75%, right? They don't want Uber getting more than 25% of the fare. And I argue with this fact with the numbers, because if you check your numbers and you check what you make at the end of a week, and take your average, do it over 4 weeks, very simple, do it in a month, take the average of what you make that week, take the average of, or take the total what Uber took, right? Because they'll show you in the fares, be diligent, do it, record it every day, see how much Uber actually makes, how much they take, and then you see how much you made, and calculate the percentage. If you don't know how to do the percentage, you take the amount that Uber makes total, you subtract the amount that you made total, you take that number, and now that number you divide by the total Uber makes, and that'll give you the number, the percentage that Uber is actually taking on your average rides. All right. So we can't just look at one ride, not just one. We have to look at all the rides, or at least an average, right? So you want to take it like 4 weeks. And I guarantee, this is my point, and I've said this before, this is my point. When you take that number, when you figure out what that number is, I bet you anything, it's about $800 more a month that you're looking to get from Uber, that these drivers are looking to get from Uber, which is good money to me, right? Like that money would mean something. Like it would pay a big chunk of my rent, actually almost the total amount of my daycare cost. Actually, no, because almost. All right, so almost my total daycare cost for the month. And then, but that money's not life-changing, right? And it's not going to get any better. So I just want to make that point that it's definitely not going to get better. Uber taking less money or taking only 25% of the rate of the rates of what the fare is, it's not going to change your life. You're still going to be in the same predicament. Economics will catch up with you. Inflation's going to catch up with you. It's not going to be enough. You have to look for other ways to make money. Which brings me to the point, like what's next for drivers, right? So my claim is that driving for Uber and Lyft is best served part-time, and it is not a long-term venture. You need to be done. You need to have an exit plan, and you need to figure out what's going on in your life, what you need to do to get to your exit. Uber and Lyft is not a long-term thing. Now, if you want to be a driver, that's a different thing. I say go ahead and get your commercial license. In Massachusetts, it's called your TNC. That's Transportation Network Company license. It's a commercial license, and with that, you're allowed to get commercial insurance. You get a livery license. You can run multiple cars. You can charge your own rates, your own fares. You can pick up kids younger than 18. You're allowed to do that with that license. I just want to make that point. So if you want to become a driver, that should be your end goal. If you want to stay a driver, that should be your end goal. Okay. If you don't care to be a driver the rest of your life, like you don't care about the business, you need to start thinking about what your exit is. What are you going to do in the meantime? One thing that I think is absolutely fantastic, and if I wasn't going in a different direction, I would do this. I would get my real estate license, and I would be practicing real estate while I was a driver for a couple reasons. For the main thing, that your time is easily controlled. So when you need to go meet with clients, you need to do an open house, you need to do all the showings that you need to do as a realtor. It's easy to do as a driver, not to mention you can just get in your car and start making money from wherever you are, especially in the Boston area. And then the other reason is because it's a great way to get out of Uber. Like they're going to work together, and then you can slowly, or if you're really good, you're going to quickly make your way out of driving. I really love having a real estate license. Oh, the reason, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second, is because you get to know the city, you get to know your area as a driver, you get to know, you'll see everything. You'll see houses that people won't normally see. Even as a realtor, they're not going out driving and looking at every neighborhood, every house. So it'll give you experience in the neighborhoods very quickly. So if you are thinking about, if you need one suggestion to get out of driving, I would definitely go with that. I would definitely get your real estate license. Anybody can do it locally. It's going to work out for you. Trust me. I used to have my real estate license. I just chose to go a different direction, but I would definitely do that. But hey, that's it. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Those are my thoughts on the strike, the IPO, and what you should be looking at next. So hey, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give me the thumbs up if you like the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. So let me figure out how to stop this now. All right, peace.